Good morning. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Nice crispy Monday morning. We thought we were into summertime. We got a nice little cold spell here. Little drizzly, a little bit of moisture. So I want to share with you guys hydraulic testing equipment. If you're going to be doing any kind of troubleshooting on hydraulics, any kind, what I carry, it's pretty simple. There's not really a whole lot. I mean, there's a whole lot because there's a lot of parts and pieces, but it's pretty simple in the fact that you guys can put these kits together without a problem. You don't have to buy a ton of top dollar testing equipment, all that. There are some fairly expensive gauges. I carry a differential pressure gauge with me. This one's from Orange Research. You can order this one through your Tiger Cat dealer. This is in the Tiger Cat parts book, and your dealers should be able to order them for you. Otherwise, you can look them up. You can look them up online. Orange Research differential pressure gauge for setting margins. I carry two 10,000 pound gauges. And then I carry just a whole bunch of different other size gauges. Everything from 1,000, 100 PSI, 5,000 PSI, 2,500. So just a bunch of different random ones. And I use the CompuCheck fitting. So I put all of mine, I run the CompuCheck fitting on all my gauges. And the reason is because I build my test whips. And this is the other thing. So I build my test whips out of these whip hoses. Your local hydraulic hose shop should be able to make these for you, but I put a number 4 JIC on each end of it, and then I can change my adapter fittings based on what I want, and then my CompuCheck for all the gauges, so I can snap those on. Just a quick tip for you guys as far as building what you want. It's pretty simple. I run this, see if you can see it here. This is from Rigid. You can get it at Home Depot. You can get any real case, however you want to put it together. But I like it because I've got these little dividers in here. I can throw all my different test fittings and adapters. So I run tees. You can get these little running tees, and they're not, I guess these aren't actually a running tee. These would be just a female male with a pipe adapter in it. Number 4 JIC, number 6, number 8, and then BSP. So you know, you end up with different styles. If you're testing pilot lines, you want to make sure you got the smaller stuff. I've got so I got a couple other spots. Here's a running tee. These are just the adapters you want to keep with you. Here's, like I was saying, the number 4 JIC, so I can put my test whip on it. Different style for different machines. And you can pick all these up, and then you can pick them all up at your hydraulic hose shop or fitting shop. You can order them from your dealer, however, or whatever the equipment dealer is. But you need to keep different test port adapters also. You know, I keep multiple CompuChecks, just different ways of attaching to the machine, some different fittings, and I keep that all together in there. That way I can grab that, I can throw it up on a machine somewhere, be able to adapt and plug in what I need. So I have used the electronic ones. I do like them. If you are really short on space, the electronic, like the Parker Juniors, things like that, they're great gauges. They do a really good job. They handle quite a bit of abuse. They travel really well. I prefer these for the majority of my testing. I do like using the electronic stuff, but for the majority of my testing, there are some things that we have run into that the electronic one does not show us, to where the sweep of the needle in the gauge will actually show you with these versus, and it's, you know, again, those are few and far between. Those are pretty difficult troubleshooting deals that we find that for the probably 98% of your problems, the electronic gauges are going to do just fine. I have the room in my truck, so I'm able to use these. They're also a lot cheaper to replace 1 or 2 gauges for $100 versus 1 gauge that does all of it, right? So that's where you got to kind of justify or decide what it's worth to you for that. But these test whips, you know, these are almost 10 years old. I finally broke one. I finally blew one up. Not only did I blew the adapter the other day. So I blew the adapter out of there, plus blew the line. You can see. So I was running a machine, and all of a sudden I see out of the corner of my eye just hose blow, just hydraulic oil everywhere. And go back there, and sure enough, I lost it. And so that brings me to the next thing. When you are testing hydraulics and stuff, the reason I like using test whips on everything I do is so that I don't have to be super close to the machine when I can route these. These are pretty long. So let's see. I'll throw the broken one here, see what happens. So all watered up. So if we put, let's hold that there. There you go. So you can have the gauge zip tied up somewhere else on a machine. You can route it around different stuff on the cab. Or if you're working on a processor like I am today, you can hold the gauge clear out of way while the operator functions the machine. Keeps you out of the danger zone of the machine. Whatever you do. So these are, I'm having this one, I'm going to replace this one today. You don't want to be putting your hand anywhere near this stuff. That's pretty dangerous for you. If you're running it, it's always better if you can to put the gauge somewhere where you can see it, where you can prop it up, so whether you zip tie it to a machine or however. But it is just one of those things that we kind of forget about, and we just got to be cautious. So, but there you go, guys. That's what I carry on the truck for me. Miscellaneous fittings in another container, various gauges, and then the adapters. And I use this box so that it's all in one spot. The differential pressure gauge, that is a necessity if you're going to be working on any kind of load sense machine. If without the differential pressure gauge, you're actually starting out with a handicap to begin with when you're troubleshooting the machine. So hope everybody had a great weekend. Have a great week. Be safe, and as always, God bless.